Olá, espaçonauta! Pessoal, é o seguinte, eu tô com alguns vídeos aqui que o Alfredo fez pra gente a legenda em português e são documentários muito bacanas. Eu tô trazendo para vocês aqui um aqui que são os primeiros 10 mil dias no planeta Próxima Centauri B, que é o planeta, o exoplaneta descoberto mais próximo da Terra, que está orbitando a estrela Próxima Centauri, que é também, consequentemente, a estrela mais próxima aí do Sol, né? O exoplaneta, né? Próxima Centauri B é um exoplaneta que está em órbita de Próxima Centauri. Agradecer mais uma vez o Alfredo aí por essa força aí, né? Batalhador, trazendo para a gente, trouxe várias coisas aí durante o ano de 2024. Mas antes da gente ir para esse vídeo aqui, eu queria colocar uma mensagem que o Alfredo fez especialmente para nós brasileiros. Para quem não sabe, o Alfredo é lá de Portugal, né? E ele considera-se cidadão honorário brasileiro, né? Ele é brasileiro de coração mesmo. Então ele mandou uma mensagem aqui para todos os brasileiros. Primeiro nós vamos para essa mensagem aí.
Queridos amigos, quando olho para trás neste ano que passou, meu coração se enche de gratidão por ter cada um de vocês em minha vida. Cada momento compartilhado, cada risada, cada abraço ficará para sempre em minhas memórias. 2024 nos ensinou muito. Aprendemos sobre resiliência, sobre a importância de estar junto mesmo quando distantes e sobre como o amor e a amizade podem superar qualquer obstáculo. Crescemos juntos, nos apoiamos mutuamente e isso nos tornou mais fortes. Agora, ao entrarmos em 2025, trago no peito a esperança de um ano ainda mais especial. Que possamos realizar nossos sonhos mais profundos, conquistar novos objetivos e, principalmente, continuar fortalecendo estes laços que nos unem. Que seja um ano de saúde, prosperidade e muito amor para todos nós. Vocês são mais que amigos, são a família que eu escolhi. Que 2025 nos traga ainda mais momentos juntos, mais histórias para contar e mais motivos para celebrar. Feliz Ano Novo, meus queridos. Que nossa amizade continue florescendo e nos enchendo de alegria.
Bacana demais, né, galera? Só por isso aí o Alfredo já merece um salve, um abraço. Vamos deixar aqui as nossas boas energias aí, desejando a ele um feliz ano de 2025, tudo de bom, né? E agradecer ao Alfredo por tudo que ele tem feito pra gente aqui, né? Então, vamos lá, galera. Senta aí o dedo nos comentários aí, escreve aí, manda um abração pro Alfredo. E vamos depressa lá pra esse vídeo lá também, que eu já tô doido pra ver ele. Vocês vão ver que coisa bacana.
This is Próxima Centauri B. After a 100-year journey across 4.24 light-years of space, the Helianthus spacecraft has finally arrived. 7 generations have lived and died on board the ship. Now, the passengers prepare for their first glimpse of their new world. Where will the passengers set up their new colony? Will it be on the side of Próxima Centauri B that is always in darkness, or the side that is always in daylight with high radiation? How will the colony develop new technology? And did Earth send a faster-than-light ship that reached Próxima Centauri B before the Helianthus? 4,752 colonists have arrived, and the settlement begins now. The Helianthus has settled into a stable orbit around the planet. Próxima Centauri B looks smaller than Earth, and the new sun, a red dwarf star, much cooler and smaller than Earth's sun, casts a reddish glow across the planet. The colony will be living under a sun that never shines quite like the one on Earth. 45 days have passed, and the first shuttle prepares for descent. Shuttlecrafts have been stored away in the 0G central inner core of the Helianthus ship. The outer core continues to rotate to generate gravity for the passengers. On board the shuttlecraft is a team of scientists, engineers, geologists, and life support specialists. The shuttle detaches from the Helianthus. The landing is rough. Gravity pulls a little harder here. The shuttle lands on a flat, rocky plain near the planet's equator, chosen for its temperature stability and access to water ice just below the surface. The air is thin. The atmosphere on Próxima Centauri b is toxic, containing gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and sulfur, and lacks sufficient pressure for human survival. The spacesuits, designed to filter the alien atmosphere, allow the crew to breathe safely and protects them from solar flare radiation as they begin their work. The landing crew deploy prefabricated habitats from the shuttle. 2 engineers oversee the deployment of the camp's compact nuclear fusion reactor. Second-hand life support machines brought down from the Helianthus spaceship power up. The settlers set up electrolysis units, which split water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The water has been brought down from the Helianthus. It is the same water that has been recycled for the last 100 years. Day 50. The colonists have quickly discovered that life on Próxima Centauri b follows a different rhythm than on board the Helianthus, where day and night followed Earth cycles. Life on the new planet is governed by an unchanging cycle with no true day or night. Próxima Centauri b is tidally locked to its star, meaning one side experiences constant daylight, high temperatures, and heavy radiation, while the other side remains in constant darkness with low temperatures. The new colony is located in the twilight zone, a thin band between the two extremes. It is the most habitable region, a zone with moderate temperatures, and the sun hovers low on the horizon, casting a dim glow over the settlers that never fully sets. The colonists have set up an artificial cycle of work and rest, mimicking a 24-hour day through controlled lighting and schedules inside their habitats, while outside, the environment remains unchanging. The medical team develop a regimen of light therapy and melatonin supplements to help colonists adjust. And the stronger gravity continues to be a challenge. Colonists tire more quickly, and injuries are common. Day 60, the Great Descent. Outside, colonists explore the area around the base. They scan for resources, metallic deposits, geothermal energy around volcanic regions, and valleys where water might flow during brief thaws. Early data suggests the planet has a complex climate system, driven more by geological activity than by its faint sun. Soil samples reveal a complex ecosystem of unseen microbial life. These alien microorganisms could be a key to one day terraforming the planet, or a potential threat to human survival. Shuttles ferry groups of colonists from the orbiting Helianthus to the surface. Each arrival brings new skills and new challenges. By day 100, 4,720 colonists have made planetfall, while a small team remains on board the Helianthus. With the base colony established, the focus shifts to long-term survival. The agriculture team begins experimenting with cultivating the first Earth plants in the new Próxima Centauri b soil, but still enclosed in the protection of the biodome. The team uses a selected mix of genetically engineered seeds, modified to thrive in the low-light conditions and high-radiation soil. The scientists monitor how the Earth-based plants react to the soil chemistry and mineral content, adjusting nutrient solutions as needed. The colony's first scientific milestone is reached. Water extracted from the planet's underground ice can be safely purified and used for both drinking and crop irrigation. But questions remain about the non-toxic trace elements found in the local water and how they might affect human health over time. The Helianthus, still in orbit, is acting as a space station where a small crew performs studies on the planet's atmosphere and studies the neighboring planet, Próxima Centauri c. When more researchers are deployed to the space station in the future, they will be able to expand their studies to include the triple star system. Próxima Centauri b is part of the Próxima Centauri system, which includes 2 planets, Próxima Centauri b and c, and a star, Próxima Centauri. This star system is part of the Alpha Centauri star system, which has a total of 3 stars, Próxima Centauri and Alpha Centauri a and b. The local 3 stars orbit each other. The colony approaches its first anniversary. Próxima Centauri b is no longer an alien world. It is becoming home. The colonists celebrate Landfall Day, marking the anniversary of their arrival. They travel to the dark side of the planet and stargaze at the unfamiliar constellations. Another major colony milestone is reached. After a temporary pause on reproduction as the population settles and adapts on the new planet, the birth of the first human takes place on Próxima Centauri b. Ava comes into the world under the light of an alien sun, a symbol of hope for the future of the colony. The settlers encounter their first major crisis. A large solar flare hits the colony, causing temporary blackouts. Some crops in the domes are lost due to the radiation spike. Work begins on using more native plant-based resources to improve habitat radiation shielding. As the colony grows, so do its problems. Fungus-like organism outbreaks have attacked vertical farm crops. The scientists continue to develop resistant strains. Advances in biological research discover an algae-like species in the planet's water sources. This organism is rich in nutrients and allows crops to be grown outside without needing the protection of being inside a biodome. New strains of modified wheat, rice, and legumes have been developed that can thrive under the red light and radiation of the local sun. The first indoor fish farms are established, using genetically modified frozen tilapia embryos brought from Earth. The first years of the colony have been defined by adaptation, learning to live with the planet rather than bending it to human needs. But a plan is drawn up to transform a nearby small crater into an artificial lake, filled with ice water harvested from the dark side, which will naturally melt and fill the basin. The tilapia fish genes are being genetically modified to survive in the planet's water chemistry and low light. Outposts now reach several kilometers from the main settlement. These outposts serve as research stations, monitoring the planet's weather patterns, seismic activity, and are potential locations for future mining operations. Data reveals that the planet is geologically active, with frequent minor quakes and potential volcanic hotspots. Living in between the intense temperature difference of the hot day side and the cold night side drives powerful winds. As the colony grows older, it begins to face long-term climate challenges. It only takes 11 days for Próxima Centauri b to orbit its star, and Próxima Centauri b orbits in a more oval shape, so it goes through different seasons, being further or closer to the Sun, all in 11 days. Over long timescales, small repeated fluctuations in the elliptical orbit lead to greater environmental challenges over years and decades that wouldn't be noticeable in a single short cycle, altering the wind patterns and the storms that the colonists face. 8 years after landing, the first generation of Próxima Centauri b-born humans is coming of age. They are the true children of the planet, perfectly adapted, growing shorter due to the higher gravity, with increased bone density and muscle mass, and they have enhanced low-light vision. They excel in physical tasks that leave their spaceship-born parents winded. Medical studies find that along with the physical adaptations, there are subtle cognitive differences. The planet-born show enhanced spatial reasoning from living on an open planet. But not all changes are positive. A new respiratory illness, dubbed Proxima lung, has emerged, triggered by microscopic trace elements from the planet's atmosphere that have entered the colony's life support systems. The Long-Range Communications Array finally receives a dispatch from Earth. The 8.5-year round-trip communications delay means it took 4.24 years for Earth to receive the message that the Helianthus spaceship had arrived to the new planet, and another 4.24 years for Earth's reply to reach the new colony. When the colonists arrived at Próxima Centauri b, there was a joke that they would not be the first ones here. That Earth would have developed faster than light travel, and at Warp 3, the ship would reach the planet in 40 days. But nobody was here when they arrived. Faster than light technology was never developed. 30 years after the Helianthus set off from Earth, another ship was sent to follow behind, with more resources to expand the future colony. But 40 years into the journey, all contact was lost, and the second ship had not been heard from since. And the entire Proxima program was shut down, as well as any hopes of pushing space technology into FTL development. Great civilizations don't always move forward. The fusion of Earth technology and Próxima Centauri b's resources has led to new forms of ultra-strong, lightweight material using the planet's minerals, allowing for larger structures. As the colony celebrates its 10th anniversary, the population has grown to a city of 6,000 people. Nearly half of the population now consists of Próxima Centauri b-born individuals. The culture of the colony values resourcefulness, community, and the preservation of life above all else. The vertical farming towers are now massive structures. They are monuments that symbolize the life growing on the planet. These towering domes house carefully engineered ecosystems. Each level mimics a different biome, growing different species of crops and wildlife, from tropical to Arctic. Native pharmaceuticals are being developed by combining Próxima Centauri b's compounds. These new medicines are more effective in the planet's environment. Given the 11-day orbit, the colonists establish a new calendar system based on Próxima Centauri b years or cycles. The centennial celebration occurs every 100 cycles, about 3 Earth years. An important event is the Twilight Vigil, held every 33 cycles, about 1 Earth year. This occasion honors the unique position of the colony in the twilight zone between the day and night sides. Bioluminescent displays created by genetically modified plants symbolize the life the colonists have brought to the twilight zone. Population growth is still carefully managed. The genetic diversity policies that were in place during the 100-year space journey to the planet are still in place in the colony. With limited genetic variance among the initial settlers, strict guidelines are enforced to maintain genetic diversity. Genetic counseling is mandatory, and the use of cryogenically stored genetic material from Earth is still used to introduce new traits. And advanced gene editing techniques eliminate hereditary diseases and enhance resilience to the planet's conditions. Within the colony, a heated debate has emerged over the future of the planet. One group pushes to terraform and make the planet more Earth-like. The opposing group argues against. They believe humans should continue to adapt to the planet rather than changing the planet to suit the settlers. Deep drilling operations reveal a network of rich veins of superalloys deep within the planet's tectonic plates. These materials are discovered to be highly resistant to radiation and extreme temperatures, making them ideal for construction and expanding the energy grid. With new power sources, the colony continues to expand. New habitats are constructed, pushing the boundaries of the settlement onward. The colony begins to feel like a true city. Mining outposts continue extracting resources from volcanic regions, harvesting critical resources such as heavy metals and rare elements needed for advanced technology. Native microorganisms are showing signs of adaptation to human influence. Some species have developed symbiotic relationships with Earth-origin plants that were introduced to the native soil. The colony begins its transition to a more self-reliant society. The original systems and technologies brought from Earth are slowly being phased out. After long-term studies, scientists within the colony now have a better understanding of the massive solar flare patterns, leading to the development of enhanced radiation shielding for all structures and future spaceships. The tri-star Alpha Centauri system continues to be a subject of in-depth study. Astronomers on board the Helianthus detect fluctuations in the gravitational interactions between the 3 stars, leading to the discovery of previously unknown asteroid belts. A combined belt orbits the outer regions shared by Alpha Centauri A and B, and is more scattered because of the complex gravitational interactions, while each star has their own, more stable, individual asteroid belt. A small probe is launched towards Próxima Centauri C, the outermost planet in the system. The journey will take several years, but the data it sends back will give a better understanding of the Próxima Centauri system and if life exists nearby. Future plans are developed for a number of large-scale projects. A team of engineers have designed small, long-range spacecraft. They dream of journeying to Próxima Centauri C and venturing even further into the cosmos. The Helianthus, the spaceship that brought the first settlers to Próxima Centauri b, still orbits above. Some of the settlers believe that this great ship that traveled across interstellar space to bring them to their new home will one day set off again, taking a group of pioneering individuals to a new planet, expanding humanity's reach even further into the cosmos. The first and second volumes of the Encyclopedia of the Future are available on Patreon.
Show de bola, não é mesmo? Olha só, queria falar pro pessoal aqui o seguinte, muita gente fala comigo, né, eu não gosto de vídeo legendado em português, eu prefiro quando você narra e tal, e a gente tem procurado mesclar, mas eu acho importante, galera, se você não curte esse tipo de vídeo, né, tenta criar o hábito, porque tem informação muito legal e são vídeos com muito aprendizado, dá pra gente aprender muito, é muito legal. É lógico que o intuito do canal aqui é sempre trazer vídeos novos, gravar vídeos para vocês, mas nem todo dia a gente consegue. E esse material é um material extenso, muito rico, e eu acho que vale a pena aproveitá-lo, não é mesmo? Então vamos dar essa força aí, vamos assistir, vamos dar o like do mesmo jeito, tá bom? Lembrando a vocês aí, né? Você já deu o like? Vamos no momento like aqui com o Nerd, vamos lá? Então, ó, vamos lá, sentar o dedão todo mundo junto, 2 e... Aê! Isso aí, gente, usa sem dó o pacotão youtubístico. O que é o pacotão youtubístico? Comenta, compartilha, inscreve no canal, clicou lá no botão curtir lá e dá seu like. Deu o like, apareceu o botão hypar, dá a hypada, porque quando você hypa é como se o YouTube recebesse ali um combustível para entregar o vídeo para cada vez mais pessoas. Então ajuda aí que nós temos uma meta muito ambiciosa de atingir os 50 mil inscritos. Isso mesmo, 50 mil inscritos no ano de 2025. Mas eu não quero atingir isso no final do ano, não. Eu quero chegar a 50 mil inscritos ainda no meio do ano, para a gente chegar a 100 mil inscritos até o final do ano. Então a meta aqui é ambiciosa e eu preciso, obviamente, da ajuda de vocês, né? Porque como é que eu vou fazer sozinho? Como é que eu vou arrumar inscrito sozinho? Eu sozinho não posso escrever aqui 50 mil vezes. E quando você faz tudo isso aí, o YouTube entende que o canal é de relevância e vai entregando, divulgando ele mais e trazendo mais gente aqui pro canal. Então eu conto com vocês aí, tá certo? Então é isso aí, gente. Um grande abraço, até o nosso próximo vídeo.